Hello, my name is Allison Mazarak, and I'm a pediatric occupational therapist. I want to talk to you today about strategies for preparing students to return to in-person learning. So there's 5 things that we can think about doing as we prepare our little ones to get ready to learn again in the classroom. The first thing is to talk to your child. So once you have decided that your child is going to be in the classroom and you have a set date for that, begin talking to them about what that might look like. You can say things like, I know you might not feel ready now, but I'm going to help you to feel less nervous. Or school might look different. There may be teachers and other children wearing masks, but let's talk about why that is. So just bringing up the topic and working that into daily conversations is a wonderful start. We've been on hiatus over the summer, and now learning is kind of just coming back in, even if you are doing it online at home. We need to have these conversations about when your child may be back in the classroom, if that's something that you are electing for. Secondly, when you have a date in mind that your child may be going back in, drive by the school on occasion. Point out the building, especially if it'll be a new building for your child, but oftentimes driving by a building and just pointing out that's going to be your new school, or you're returning to that school in a month. Those are things that kind of just start to bring more awareness for a child about being in a building again and learning with other students. Or just pointing out the playground, other fun things around the building that the child may be familiar with. A third thing you can do is to ask the child's teacher if he or she can send a short video of the classroom that your child will be learning in. Um, Classrooms have changed a lot in terms of what is able to be in a classroom. We want to make sure everything is able to be wiped down. So there may not be some of the same items, especially if a child will be going back to the same classroom. Maybe it's preschool or they're doing kindergarten and they've been in that classroom before. So thinking about, if possible, if a teacher would be willing to send a short video to all students, or maybe just to a few students who are seeming more nervous, just a short video to kind of pan around the room and show a child where he or she will be. And then a fourth thing that you can do is, if possible, if you're able to get into a store or even online, doing some shopping for the items the child will use in the classroom. Sometimes teachers will provide a list of requested items, and you could go with your child and let him or her pick out certain items, having his or her own pencil case or other items that really he or she got to pick out on their own, maybe motivating around the idea of school. And then lastly, put it on a calendar. For some of our younger learners, it's hard to know when that is, if we say in a week, in a month, or somewhere down the road. So if you have a date when you know your child is going back in the classroom, put it on a calendar for them, and maybe with some stickers or a countdown so they can visually see, especially if they're not great at yet telling the months or the days of the month or week, where that is. Is it far off? Is it coming up pretty soon? But that will give them kind of a visual cue as to school is around the corner. I hope these things are helpful for you and that you can put them into place fairly soon.